I don't know what's going on at the old Web Orphanage, but we've got a massive bloody truck out here, the Ice Palace. And the site itself's got lots of fair things on, so quite what that's all about, but it's causing confusion down here, blocking the road. Well, we're out looking at some of the best Christmas tree lights. Do this every year. I don't know what it's got to do with the Regeneration of Crewe, but nevertheless, this is in Golden Street. It looks like a deer with a baby deer. Across the road, lots of flashy lights. If we can get a bit closer. Not much of a one, but it is a bit different. Camera has struggled to focus on some of this, so you have to bear with us. I'm not exactly sure what this one is. It's all flashy. We've got a star, a donkey, and a canopy, a raven raising its head. A bit different. Down Underwood Lane, that's got just flashy colours, but we've got Santa on this one. And we can get any closer. Santa on the window. Well, this one in Underwood Lane, it's a bit disappointing tonight because normally we can see characters there, but normally we have Santa lit up there and it's not lit tonight. It's normally a very good show, this one. Actually run out of money. And we have the snowman. If you come back when it's not fully lit, it's really good, this one. And this one in Underwood Lane is something else. If you look back a couple of years ago, or last year, we featured it last year because it really is a show. We can lose, I can't get any focus if I get any closer. It is actually a baby Jesus and the crib there. I can't sort of focus on it. All the lights are putting it off. Well, it's real show and a half, that is. That's it, I've got to focus on it now. I have to turn it off and do it manually, and then it's really a fantastic show. Small Christmas tree down Timbrel Avenue and lights upstairs. Very nice. Again down Underwood Lane. Lots of fairy lights, and is it supposed to be snow falling? On the fence as well. One next door, but one with a few lights as they went out. I think that's supposed to say something or not. This is Walker's Craft Close off Underwood Lane. And the whole street seems to have gone mad here. We've got snow falling again. We've got, I'm not sure who that is. Christmas tree. And the whole street seems to sort of join in on this one. There's two doors down. We have a snowman and Santa and flashing lights. Across the road we have a hedge. We've got a snowman there. which we can't focus on. Another spectacular, well, two really. We've got one here with the Christmas tree that's not a Christmas tree, and a Christmas tree that is a Christmas tree. That's a bit spectacular. Again, we're having difficulty in focusing on them. Really, this is the main one we've come to see. If you remember from other times, this and the next door neighbour sort of try and outdo each other. We've even got a talking Santa here. It's really something else, this is. Next door's not so good at the moment. No, I mean the two try to outdo themselves, well, the neighbours. So this one's a work in progress, I don't know, but they've got a penguin, got Santa there. It's not very bright, so we can't see very well. Yeah, it's just about focusing on it. Big penguin and a big snowman. And Santa and his elves and lights. And I bet if we come back in a couple of weeks, they'll go try and outdo next doors. Because they did it at Halloween, don't they? They did these two on Halloween because they always try to outdo themselves. I mean, it takes some doing to outdo that, doesn't it? Let's be fair. Which is the best, this one or the other one, big one down Underwood Lane. And the big blow up Santa's actually, I don't know if it's the wind doing it, but he's waving his, whatever he's waving. It's actually a bit frightening when you come down here because here's somebody talking to you. But he's Santa Claus. Windsor Avenue, there's a couple neighbours. Not Santas or anything, but they've certainly put a good light show on. Holland Street's another one we've got. Trying to work out what we've got. We've got Santa, two snowmen, a pair of legs, Santa up there, lights, and Santa and a penguin, is it? I don't know. And across the road we've got lots of pretty shiny lights. Quite a good light display. One or two in Evans Street with snow on the walls again. One here with, let's see what the sign is. Looks like Santa and Humpty Dumpty. Can't make it out properly. Well, there's one down Badger Avenue, and I think what they've done is just do up a bit what they had for Halloween. Get over a bit to see. I don't know what that guy's got to do with Christmas, but plenty of lights and things anyway. Well, there's Santa up there, look. See, the old graffiti artists have been out, using the word loosely. Is that Pam 3? Yeah. No idea. Well, the Heart Foundation top up was, they're all cracking on, there's people in there, there's all sorts of racks and things. I don't think it'll be open before Christmas, but they're certainly giving it a good go. Well, we did mention last week the Mighty Axe Masters and the Mystery Quest, nothing happening. Apparently the problem is they're waiting for heating in there, because there's no bloody heating in there, so until they get some heating in, they can't actually crack on. So if you want to throw a few axes, you'll have to wait a bit. I think everybody's very disappointed with the Lyceum Square. We've got the Christmas tree and that's it. Nothing else at all. We thought it would have had a bit more something or other. Anyway, very desolate square with nothing exciting or decorations at all. Well, the good news is Santa's back, and he's whatever it is next to him. It's not a daily occurrence. Will Santa be alive, or will he be deflated? Well, this new development's nowhere near opening. I don't know whether we can see there. Where is he? There's a guy there spraying all the walls, cleaning the walls, making them look nice. They've got some nice trees and plants in. And of course, coming near Christmas, they're all winding down now, aren't they? So it doesn't look as though anything spectacular is going to happen before Christmas. They've got lots of bricks and things and parcels and things running about, but nothing really concrete that you can see it's about to open. All scaffolding off the courthouse is now off, so that's all finished. That was one of the major jobs. There's a wonderful view there from the courthouse of while you're waiting to be sent down. You able to see all the pretty things. Well, it is nearly Christmas, so it's getting hard to find anything to put on this video. Well, we should make a note and sort of advise people that this time of year, a wonderful time for many people, but for many, they're going to be alone over Christmas, and they're going to be freezing to death, aren't they? Because people in old age pensions are not getting this winter fuel allowance. You could see a lot suffering this Christmas. So if you've got any elderly neighbours or anybody you know, perhaps over Christmas just check on them, make sure they're alright. Because many will be freezing to death literally because they can't get the fuel payments and they can't turn the heating on. And they'll be on their own Christmas Day while everybody's enjoying themselves, and we don't want anybody suffering needlessly, so please check on any neighbours or anybody you know locally that's is old and decrepit like me. I mean, I should point out, so you can all get me a present, that 29th of December is my birthday. So I'll be 77 this year, so you can give you a chance to get the presents for me. Well, Gatefield Street's still shut off. There's no sign of anybody doing any work on this chimney stack. Now from what I can gather, that it could be an empty house, so they've got to find whoever owns it and get them to do something about it, basically. As it is, it's going to be closed till the bloody cows come home. So all the buses have got to reroute and all sorts of confusion for everybody. And as I thought, it doesn't look that bad actually. There's a few loose bricks up there. Well, the actual structure itself seems reasonably okay. So it could be closed for months if they can't find out who's doing it. You thought the council had done something about it and then charged somebody. Richard Moon Street's still blocked. Nobody's getting out of their house to bloody move this. If you've got a wood burner and a saw to get down here, keep you warm for a few weeks, I will. Don't know whose responsibility it is, because I think that's sort of no man's land. Well, soon the council will pull a finger out and do something about it. This tree on Derby Docks, it came down in the storm. Nothing's been done about it. I know locals sort of taking it off the path. We'd expect the council to come and inspect this because the houses are there, and if that rest of it comes down, it could come down on the houses. It's clearly council property. I just don't believe it. Fixed a mail roof, thank you. Guess what? My street's closed. What the hell are you doing now? Walk down and see what the hell they're doing. And you couldn't make this up, could you? So when they put this hole in and then came back and dug it up and redid it, and now they've come back and dug it up and redoing it for the third time. Great job. Well, anybody that's followed the channel for a long time, the building site down Goddard Street, may remember that they dug like 150 yards up of blue granite stone from here, and the stones disappeared and they slapped a bit of tarmac down. Estimated value of them stones is 150,000 quid. They say nobody owns this back. That's how much to be paid, but just because they don't own it doesn't mean you can come and nick £150,000 worth of bloody stone. There's also the question of Japanese knotweed. We've recorded it several times throughout the time they've been doing this. Nothing's been said about that. As we stated in the past, most councils won't allow any building on land with Japanese knotweed for at least 10 years because it can persist. It does lower the house prices. Typically a £250,000 house will be reduced to 50,000. You can't get a mortgage if they know it's got Japanese knotweed, and you can't insure your house. I mean, other problems was they sprayed at a very high height glyphosate all over the land when they first started, and the health and safety exec got involved. All the cobbles they've dug up, and half of them haven't been replaced. Well, now Connor, our local MP, has taken the case up, so it'll be interesting to find out if anybody's going to get the butt kicked, and they're going to have to put things right. I mean, the Japanese knotweed is terrible. If you buy this house and you don't know, and then 2 years down the line you get Japanese knotweed coming up in your toilet, it can be massive cost. So we'll see what happens with that. At last we're getting at least a bit of action. We're doing both these humps. I had pointed out in a lot of my videos that cars were scraping on the top. I'd have to come back 3 times and do the same bloody job. It's bloody ridiculous, apart from the fact that all this disruption of the shops closed, the buses don't know where the hell they're going. I did mention last week by the library we were digging big holes. So they've actually put in a crossing for the blind, which is a bit strange. So does that mean they're going to knock that wall down and build it up from there? Otherwise there's no point putting a crossing, is there, if you can't cross anywhere when you've crossed over? We have got 1 or 2 bodging about and putting a few bricks up there, but still really nothing exciting happening. And the only conclusion I can come to is that they're going to that wall down, but it's going to be a steep bloody climb if it is. I can actually read that, but they're saying this is in Oak Street. They're going to move the fence further out for safety reasons. And we've still got that big hole there. We've got a flat piece of land here. I don't know what it is. Some sort of sheeting, fencing. Really big hole there. Presumably that's a sewer. Quite a lot of activity getting the land detarmacked, is such a word. Seem to have detarmacked a lot of it. So we have got a bit of progress anyway. A lot of digger working, and of course all this is going to stop next week, isn't it, because they're all going to have Christmas parties. A bit further around, I'm assuming this is all the tarmac, the tarmacked. New word, they've just invented a big pile there. They've got that sheeting, I don't quite know what that does. And see what this lot is here. I can read it, but nonetheless I've read it. Well, we've got it here anyway. And a bloody big cable here. Eaton Street and the wall down, nobody's done squat diddly about it. So whether it's from the shop and the shop's closed, so sort of nobody owns it, I don't know. But I think they at least get it off the road. Well, I just talked to the guys making the wall, and they've only been here 2 weeks, but they do say that this wall's coming down. Well, don't worry up, because they put the blind there, so anybody that's blind will see that, think it's great, and cross over and get nowhere. But it's coming here quite a steep drop. And when it's going to be a pavement on the road, I don't know. We'll keep his eye on it. Well, the fun and frivolity continues. I mean, this has got to be one of the biggest cock-ups Cheshire East has ever done, surely. I mean, the best bit is there, they've got 5 people standing around and 1 doing something. Well, the 2 seem to have finished this one. Whether it's any better than it was before is open to debate. So whether it's just going to be closed for 1 day. Now West Street's back open, so it was only closed for a day. I'm just trying to see the bumps now it seems to be dropping down, so nobody's going over the bump, is there? But you seem to go up all right, and then all of a sudden your nose goes down. Seeing if he'll do it. Doesn't seem to slow lorries down at all, does it? Police are obviously speeding. It's definitely still very dodgy. And apparently there was a police car on Blues and Twos the other day, and they hit the bump and suddenly joined the flying squad. It's that actual bad. So at least it's just been a day. But what made it worse, they didn't tell anybody. It's sort of got up in the morning and, oh, it's closed again. So all the buses and everything, nobody knew what the hell was happening. I'm just trying to watch them bounce over. So it seems to there, and then bang, you come down on your nose. Well, the whole reducing the speed thing's just been a total failure. It mainly affects older cars. If you watch big, new, modern SUVs, they're wide, and miss the humps altogether, so they can go at God knows what speed. It's the old cars that are not as wide. You have to go down the road like this to miss the bumps. So the whole thing has been a waste of bloody money. Nobody wanted it in the first place. Problem is, a good driver will always drive properly, and a bad driver will always drive badly, so it makes no bloody difference. Well, it's another sort of survey by the council that only they see the results. So in other words, if they want to put a thing down, they claim that everybody wanted it, when in actual fact nobody wanted it. And so the main concern is police and fire and ambulance, because it's been the main route for probably 40 years. Coming down here in an ambulance, an emergency run, and you bounce up and down like that, the patient in the back with a heart attack, and you try and stick a needle in him, not good, is it?